Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Braden Timmons, and today we've got some freaking Friday the 13th to talk about, man. Now, I'm a few days late on this. I actually haven't really checked, the horror news in a few days, and clearly it's been since Thursday because this is something I feel like I would have discussed on Friday had I have seen this. But either way, I'm a little late on it, but this is definitely something I wanted to discuss because this whole thing is actually very, very interesting. And, you're probably like, Braden, what kind of update are you talking about? Freaking Friday the 13th is still in court. Yeah, it is still in court. And I remember a few months back, like when us Friday fans actually thought that, it was done, it was over with, we were finally going to get a new Friday the 13th movie. No, unfortunately, it is not done yet. It's still sitting in court. Jason is still battling for who the fuck is going to own the rights to him, whether it's going to be fucking Victor Miller or Sean S. Cunningham. And while he's doing that, us fan film creators are creating all of these different stories to kind of keep the franchise alive. And I'm not going to lie, man, without him, everyone would be fucking searching for some sort of fix of Jason. So, in a way, fan films are definitely helping out. So, either way, Bloody Disgusting reports the Diary of Pamela Voorhees. Jason Lives director reveals his new Friday the 13th screenplay exclusive. He has been keeping this keeping this under wraps literally for almost a year, he said. He developed this concept with James Sweet, who, as many of you know, if you guys are, into the fan film community and everything, James Sweet was behind Jason Rising, a Friday the 13th fan film that came out August 13th of last year. I've done a review of it on my channel along with Brettman from Good Real Hunting. We did a Candyman and Jason Rising review. And I think that it's a very well put together fan film. There are a lot of elements that I really like. There's a few elements that I don't like, and I talked about that, in my review and everything. But, I think for the most part, James Sweet and company did a really, really effective job with that movie, and it's got some great kills. So if you haven't seen it, highly recommend checking it out. But either way, guys, so let's jump into this article. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go through it. So for people that maybe haven't seen this, this is pretty much what we're looking at right now. So it says, Diary of Pamela Voorhees. Jason Lives director reveals his new Friday the 13th screenplay exclusive. The writer and director of Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, Tom McLaughlin, is a huge fan of the Friday the 13th franchise. Actually, so much so that, he's been trying to get back into this thing for years. Like, he's had a script. He's had a sequel script for Friday the 13th Part 6 for the longest fucking time. So, he is definitely a huge fan of the Friday the 13th franchise. But either way, so much so that he's been hungry for, again, like I just said, maybe I should just continue to read, right? So that he's been hungry for many years to get a new Friday project off the ground. Of course, the franchise is shackled at the bottom of a lake due to legal issues at the moment, but that hasn't stopped McLaughlin from writing scripts. As you may recall, McLaughlin chatted with us back in 2020 about his concept for Jason Never Dies, a screenplay for a direct sequel to Jason Lives that he recently put together. Bloody Disgusting can exclusively reveal that Tom McLaughlin has also come up with an entirely different screenplay for a Friday project. This one titled Diary of Pamela Voorhees. I do like that title a lot. I think that's a really cool title. McLaughlin worked alongside James Sweet on the concept, a screenplay for a theatrical feature / limited series that he'd love to someday get the chance to bring to life. McLaughlin tells BD, Bloody Disgusting, keeping this under wraps for almost a year now, the fan side of us thought that it's the only Friday the 13th this year and the day of Jason's birth. If there's a day to announce, can't think of any better. Agreed, right? That's awesome. And yes, we are heartbreakingly aware that our script, as reported yesterday by CNN, has currently no chance of getting made due to the rights settlement far from resolved. And, again, it's like just when you think they're on the cusp of resolving it, they don't fucking do it. And it's unfucking believable. And I've got some thoughts about that here at the end, so stick around. And who knows, maybe whoever finally gets the shared rights might only want to make a hockey mask Jason. That's very true. I mean, that's obviously the main part of the franchise, and why people love this franchise is because of Jason. But again, more thoughts on that at the end. When James mentioned wanting to do a story that starts with the birth of Jason, my head exploded with so many episodes and character events we can create, he continues. We both just took off on it. The objective was also to reveal how they became the iconic horror legends they are. In fact, we created so many characters and storylines, we realized that we had a limited series as well as a feature-length movie. Here's the idea for Diary of Pamela Voorhees, straight from Tom McLaughlin. Okay. Diary of Pamela Voorhees is the story based on Victor Miller's characters of Pamela Voorhees and her young son, Jason. The story takes place in post-World War II Middle America. People are uncertain, afraid of... Sorry, let me start this over. The story takes place in post-World War II Middle America. People are uncertain, afraid of the unknown, and untrusting. This is the world Mrs. Voorhees and Jason must face. On the night of June 13th, 1946, an abused 16-year-old Pamela gives birth to a facially disfigured, mentally challenged boy she names Jason. Over the next 10 years, we see the painful life this shunned single mother... Gosh, I can't talk today. Over the next 10 years, we see the painful life this shunned single mother must survive to raise and protect her Jason, who most of all these people treat as a freak. Her psychopathic mind turns darker, then vengeful, as she brutally kills any detractor of her son. They then move on, Pamela fantasizing on finding someplace that's truly theirs. Both the film and limited series conclude with their arrival at Camp Crystal Lake, May 19th, 1956. The rest we know. Fuck. That sounds awesome. I'm not gonna lie. That like, I got goosebumps just kind of like reading that. That's fucking cool. See, that is a really, really good way to take the Friday the 13th story if Victor Miller ends up winning and you can only continue with, Pamela and Jason. Or this is like a prequel. Like, so, right, it would be a prequel to Friday the 13th, which would be fucking awesome. We see what happens in Friday the 13th. We don't really need a retelling of the story of, what happens in Friday the 13th. We all know it, right? And I think that this is a really, really fucking great way to bring this back. So McLaughlin explains Pamela's diary allows us deeper insight into how she feels. It's particularly even more unsettling as we hear her psychopathic and sociopathic thoughts and plans. I wanted to approach this as if it was a true story. Every event and character are believable, no supernatural aspects. As extreme as her murders are, they are passion kills. Serial killers like Aline Wuornos are more emotionally horrifying, being connected a belief or honest rationalization. There's also a deeply disturbing and creepy aspect, seeing the child Jason watching, maybe learning from his mother's savage murders. Blood-splattered, Mrs. Voorhees embraces her son with a genuine mother's warmth, gently explaining to him why these wicked people need to die. If we don't kill them, Jason, they'll keep hurting more people like us. There's no God who will punish them, only us, Jason. So we will all continue to wait for the outcome of the settlement, and James and I will keep tinkering and tweaking the script. McLaughlin finishes out his chat with Bloody Disgusting. Meanwhile, happy birthday, Jason, and happy Friday the 13th. Happy late Friday the 13th to all you fans out there. And keep making those fan-funded films. You guys may truly be the future of the Voorhees family. And yeah, I mean, that is very well true. It's very sad, but it's also very true that yes, us Friday the 13th fans may be the future of the franchise, because this is fucking crazy, man. This is getting out of hand. I think that this actually, I believe that this lawsuit began in like fucking 2013 or some shit like that. It's almost been 10 years and they still can't decide who the fuck has the rights to this goddamn franchise. And that's honestly crazy, because while Jason sits in fucking court, we fucking got movies like Halloween coming back. We've got the franchises are coming back, man. Like, we've now seen three big time slashers come back over the course of the last 5 years. We saw Halloween. We saw fucking Scream. We saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's only a matter of time, before we get some more shit. Fuck, The Exorcist is getting a damn sequel series starting next year with David Gordon Green and co. from behind Halloween. There is so much shit that is literally coming that is being brought back, and Jason just is fucking sitting in court, which is crazy. But I will tell you this. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to tell you this. Whenever this is, if it ever happens, but when it happens, it is going to be the most hyped slasher movie probably in the history of slasher movies. Because this lawsuit is now iconic to the horror community. Everybody's going to know about it. In the horror textbooks or in the horror history, whenever this gets resolved, I mean, it's iconic right now. This is going down in history as one of the biggest pinnacle events in horror history. I'm telling you that. And number two is this Friday the 13th movie is going to be lucky number 13 for the Friday the 13th franchise. We have 12 Friday the 13th movies, man. We have 12 of them. This upcoming one is lucky number fucking 13. The marketing has to be on point, and whoever the fuck they bring into this franchise to continue this story, whether it be this prequel or whether it be Tom McLaughlin's sequel to Part 6, which he's had written for many years. I mean, I know Never Hike Alone 2 is coming, the fan film by Vincent DeSanti and Womstomp Films and all them. That's also going to be technically like a sequel to Friday the 13th Part 6. I mean, Never Hike has pretty much been that sequel series to Jason Lives. Right. Because we got Tommy Jarvis, we got Tom Matthews coming back and all that shit. But I mean, if McLaughlin's, if it got funded, I mean, fuck, they could do both of these. Fucking give McLaughlin the rights to do Part 6, to do Jason Never Dies, and do this fucking limited series, or make this maybe a series. That would give us a whole lot of Friday the 13th content. And honestly, that would have made it worth it. But if they bring in somebody that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, that literally just doesn't give a fuck and is there to make money or whatever, I mean, the pressure's going to be on, man, because when this new movie inevitably comes, whenever the rights get solved again, well, I guess if it ever gets solved, because this is honestly crazy. Pressure's going to be on, because it's going to be on because of the fact that what do you call it? I mean, this is going to be a long time coming. It's going to be a long time coming. Pressure's going to be on for this filmmaker, man. So they got to do it justice. And if they don't, it's just going to go down in history as one of the longest waited dumpster fires in the history of horror. So that's all I got to say there, guys. So with all that being said, post comments down below. Let me know, what do you guys think? I really fucking like this concept, man. I think that this is actually a really, really great concept and a great way to take the Friday the 13th story. I think that it's probably the best way to do it. So whatever your thoughts are, leave your comments in the comment section. I'd absolutely love to read them. And as always, if you guys like this, don't forget to join me on my journey to 10,000 subscribers, and I will see you guys in my next video.